Hey guys, MetaXXBeats here. I'll admit I wanted to do this video much more earlier. Back in December, that is. Because that's when I realized, oh wait, that's the 5th anniversary of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And by the time I realized that, I felt like it was kinda too late, so I was thinking, I might as well just make this a New Year's video, or at least make this video around the New Year's, so this could be my first video for 2024. And then I got sick, and my voice sounded like crap. So yeah, that put a wrench on everything. But I'm good now, and I started making the video. Only to not be satisfied with how it was turning out. Yeah, I did not like how the video was turning out whatsoever, so I pretty much just scrapped the whole thing and decided to rethink on what to do with this video idea. So, I ultimately decided to do this. I'm going to rank every single Smash Ultimate reveal trailer. At first, I was going to cover the reveal trailers of Brawl, Smash 4, and Smash Ultimate, but then the more the video went on, the more monotonous and admittedly repetitive it became because there were some reveal trailers where admittedly I didn't really have much thoughts on and kinda had the same opinions on. So I decided to kinda scrap that portion of the video idea and just only cover Smash Ultimate. But who knows, I might actually cover Brawl and Smash 4's reveal trailers some other time. But for now, let's just stop beating around the bush, and let's start ranking the reveal trailers of Smash Ultimate. Ah yes, the trailer that started it all. Now, when I first saw this in the Nintendo Direct, I wasn't expecting Smash whatsoever, since this was mostly a Splatoon-centric Direct, if I can remember. And I was expecting this to be some sort of Splatoon 2 expansion, where it would just kind of be a remake of the Splatoon 1 story mode, I guess? At least that's what I was thinking when I first saw it. But then, everything goes dark. You hear an ominous sound in the background, and as the Inkling turns around and the camera zooms onto her eye, there you go. That's all you need. That is how you hype the crowd up. And a little bit of a side note, but this is also the first time that we also see the, I guess you could say, silhouette of the Breath of the Wild version of Link, showing us that they're gonna also have a new version of Link in this game. And you also faintly hear the instrumentals of the Smash Ultimate main theme in the background. As minimalist as this whole trailer is, I think that's what the beauty comes from. Just how minimalist it is, but yet how impactful it is. I mean, what else can I say? Easy S tier. Probably one of the best first impressions that they made. Now I'll admit I don't really have much to say about the next reveal, and it is my girl, Daisy. Though admittedly, even though I always preferred Daisy over Peach, as a reveal, it's just kind of there. Nothing to really talk about, admittedly. It's just sort of a showcasing of the Echo Fighters. And, you know, that's really all I gotta say about it, so this has to go to the D tier, admittedly. But hey, I am glad that Daisy's in the game, in any shape or form. But this next reveal trailer... Holy crap! What a way to enter the fray, because holy crap, this was a genuine surprise at the time. People never really thought that Ridley would have actually become a playable character, but here we are. He finally made it. He is indeed playable in Smash rather than a boss fight. Granted, I wouldn't really mind one or the other, but hey, this was actually really exciting at the time. And I'm honestly glad it happened because we got this fantastic reveal trailer. The anticipation in the beginning and how he just literally murked Mega Man and Mario, which, by the way, that's gotta be a trend moving forward. And Samus just sighing in annoyance, knowing what's about to come, and then once the big boy shows up, man, what a moment. And of course, I'll be remiss to not mention how much personality Ridley also had at that part where he just spins Mario's cap, like, oh yeah, I'm here, and I just killed your mascot! And of course, after that, we got a bit of gameplay footage and a showcase of his final Smash, which, after the Smash Ultimate logo, then transitions to Samus in her Zero Suit, mind you, ejecting out of her already exploded ship and ready to just continue the fight with Ridley. Man, this reveal trailer is just kick-ass. It is just awesome all the way through from beginning to end. S tier. Now, before I address the next reveal, I think it's best I address the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that this next reveal was essentially spoiled because of Nintendo accidentally calling their Galaga remix in YouTube Bloody Tears, which is a very famous Castlevania song. And although that's one big oopsies for Nintendo, to be honest, that doesn't really affect my excitement for Simon Belmont being in Smash, because I do think it is about time that Castlevania even got represented in Smash. Like, Snake is in the game, who is owned by Konami, so I think it's a no-brainer to have a Castlevania rep as well. I just didn't expect them to give us 2 Belmonts for the price of 1. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's actually analyze the trailer, because yeah, it starts off with a cute little reference of Luigi's Mansion, where we have Luigi just screwing around in Dracula's castle, being scared by Dracula's minions and ghouls, until he encounters Death himself. And he just straight up kills Luigi. Yeah, no hyperbole there, he just straight up murks Luigi, literally takes his soul away from his dead corpse, and just kills him. My god, the balls soccer I had. But, of course, this is where we get our actual reveal. Simon Belmont. And oh boy, just like Ridley, it's been a long time coming. And after this is where we get our obligatory gameplay footage, but a little bit after that we actually get a glimpse of Dracula's boss fight. Now I remember people speculating he would have been a stage boss, but thank god that wasn't the case and he was just an actual boss fight, which I think is much better. And this is where we get our second reveal.
Be gone! You don't belong in this world, monster!
Richter Belmont. Yeah, I'll admit I did saw something Belmont coming, but I did not see Richter coming. Like, okay, in hindsight it makes sense, because he does seem to represent the, I guess you could say, 16-bit era of Castlevania games going into the PS1 era with Symphony of the Night. Which, yeah, also fitting because Alucard is also an assist trophy, as shown in the trailer. But I was also expecting them to choose Trevor to promote like the Castlevania animated series that was running at the time. But I digress. This is honestly a really awesome dual reveal. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. Fantastic trailer. Sure, maybe the beginning portion maybe went on for a little too long, but it was a fun sequence and it builds to the anticipation. Though admittedly, the other trailers much later on, I think gave me a much more bigger rush of hype. Speaking of which, oh man, if you thought that Ridley and Simon Belmont were a long time coming, motherfucking King K. Rool! Oh wait, we actually have two other Echo Fighters before then. My bad. Starting with Crom. And this might be a hot take, but I was actually kind of excited when I saw Crom finally being playable. I mean, sure, maybe you think differently about this, but this is my list. And this is my opinions. So, But I will say this, right? I probably would have preferred him as an Ike Echo Fighter, but I am glad that he's somewhat of a hybrid of Roy and Ike, since he does have Ike's upbeat ether. So, you know. And also the fact that he's probably the Fire Emblem character I played the most. In Smash Bros, that is. So there's that too. However, if we're just judging by the trailer itself, it got me a bit excited, but only enough to be in a C tier. So this brings us to Dark Samus, and I'll admit, I thought it was kind of a wasted opportunity to not make Dark Samus a separate playable character, but I was also pretty happy to see Dark Samus being playable in some form, even as an Echo Fighter. Though I'll also have to put her in C tier because it's somewhat of a similar amount of excitement, in a way. And also the fact that it's kind of criminal that we don't have a remix of Dark Samus' theme, or, you know, actually have the actual Dark Samus themes in Smash Bros. Seriously, how do you do that? But enough complaining, let's actually get to the main event. King K. Rool! Oh man, I can't tell you how awesome this trailer is, but I'll try. We begin by showing portraits of some of Nintendo's most iconic rivalries, and Meta Knight vs. Kirby. No, seriously, why couldn't it just been Kirby vs. DDD? Well, maybe there's an explanation later, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So after all that, we actually smash cut to Donkey Kong's ugly maw, and everybody probably knows where this is going. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are just chillin' until they hear footsteps. Just building and building and building until Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong see what the ruckus is outside, as they see a familiar silhouette, their arch nemesis. Yup, King DDD being a massive troll, and I'm sorry to inform everyone that King K. Rool never was playable in Smash. King K. Rool literally just smacks the shit out of DDD as we see the splash screen. And, oh man! This remix of Gangplank Galleon is just amazing. Probably one of my favorite remixes that Smash Ultimate brought us. And it really helps this trailer be so kick-ass. And also how King K. Rool's his final smash then transitions seamlessly to DK getting pushed back as we get our epic shot of King K. Rool and Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong rushing towards each other and then just boom, just colliding with each other. And it is just so good. S tier, no questions. This is how you do a reveal. With our next reveal, Well, admittedly, I don't have much to say about it, but it's Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and I'm gonna be fair. I think this is actually a pretty good trailer. Just not really a trailer that got me too excited. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to see Isabelle in Smash, and I'm also glad to see Animal Crossing get more representation, since it is a very popular franchise from Nintendo, so it makes sense. I just don't really have much to say about this trailer. It's a cute setup, with her getting the invitation via mail, you know, Animal Crossing style. Though, admittedly, this setup is a double-edged sword, although it was supposed to be like a red herring, like, oh, this is totally not a Smash reveal, but once Isabelle did mention the word Smash Bros, I feel like they're not fooling anyone here. Like, at this point, everybody was just kind of waiting until they see that splash screen of Isabelle being in Smash, and then we see gameplay footage, which does happen eventually anyways. Still a very cute setup, even if the bit did kind of drag on maybe a little too long. But I will say, it was also pretty awesome that they also announced an Animal Crossing game right away afterwards, since I remembered a lot of people wanting a new Animal Crossing game for the Switch at the time, alongside with Isabelle being in Smash, so it's pretty cool that they actually gave us both. Don't really have much to say beyond that, so C tier. So, regarding the final two base roster characters, you guys remember the Grinch leak? Yeah, everybody really thought that was true at the time. Especially since one of the characters in that leak managed to actually be one of the characters revealed next. So, let's get a move on, shall we? So we start this next reveal trailer with a wrestling boxing? A match against Little Mac, and our next reveal, Ken Masters, who serves as an Echo Fighter to Ryu. Which, okay, I need to maybe make a little tangent. Can I just say that Ken is just the best Echo Fighter that we had in Smash Ultimate? Can we all agree with that? Okay, good. So anyways, yeah, it was actually pretty cool to see Ken Masters be playable in Smash, considering that, you know, his best friend slash sparring rival Ryu is in the game, so you know what, it's a no-brainer. So, during the fight though, we actually do see an ominous gaze backstage. Oh, who could it be? For some reason, people mistaken it for Shadow for some dumb reason, but whatever. But after Ken literally beats the crap out of Little Mac, that's when we get our next reveal, rushing into the ring, and... it's Incineroar. Cool. Yeah, I guess that's how everybody really reacted to Incineroar being in Smash, but this was essentially the final nail in the coffin on the Grinch leak, proving it to be flat-out bullcrap. But, regardless, I think it's actually pretty cool that we actually have a wrestling-esque character in Smash Bros, since we don't really have any of that. Sure, people probably would have preferred Decidueye, but I'll admit, I actually have a soft spot for Incineroar. So, yeah, I don't mind him being in Smash Bros. And so after Incineroar beats the crap out of Ken, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the trailer as we see other fighters wanting to challenge Incineroar. Yeah, admittedly, for the final trailer of the base roster, I don't really have much to say. I think it's a pretty cool trailer. I do think it was really cool to see two reveals, and not just that, but having these two revealed characters just fight each other, duking it out. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And also the presentation is also really cool as well, me being a huge fan of wrestling. unless this is supposed to be a boxing match. But you know, we only had one boxer. You know, I'm done confusing myself. Yeah, this goes in B tier. So, with all the base roster characters out of the way, that means we move on to DLC pack number 1, right? Nope! Because we got Piranha Plant, bitches! I can't tell you how much I laughed at this trailer when I first saw this. I'll admit, it was a very, very funny reveal. Granted, this reveal did seem to have two reactions. Either people were laughing with the reveal, or they were upset that, oh, wasted character slots. But I'm honestly one of those people that really did found this really funny, especially since Piranha Plant is a very fun character to play as. I really do mean that too. Admittedly, I don't have much to say about this trailer, but that's mostly due to the fact that it wasn't really meant to be a grand reveal, but more of a comedic reveal, mind you. And I personally don't really mind that. Which is why I'm gonna put this in B tier, but in the lower half of B tier. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and holy crap, this video took me way too long to make. And the thing is, this was going to be a singular video at first, but then once I realized how long it was taking me to make this video, because I was only in the recording process around the end of January, and by the time I got to like the DLC Pack 2 section of the recording, the editing software started to crash, so I decided, screw it, since I'm also making another video around the same time which I want to finish before the end of this month, I decided to just make it a multi-parter. Whether that's gotta be a 2-parter or a 3-parter, that's yet to be decided, but I could at least say that I got all the voice recordings for DLC Pack 1 already done. I just need to do all the voice recording for DLC Pack 2, and we'll see how that goes. But with all that being said, sorry for the wait. I wanted this to be released much more earlier, but sometimes life gets in the way, I guess. But with all that being said, this is Metadux, and I'll see you guys next time.